Hey, how's it going, everybody? So this is the devlog for this week. Life in the Kingdom. We did a lot of progress, so I'm just going to jump into a saved game. Here, we've got some new buttons added. We can rest, and I don't know what I exactly talked about last week, but we've got the study button. We can exercise, and I fixed a lot of bugs from this menu. So now when you exercise, it updates the total skill points as well, you can see. Fixed a lot of those issues. We've got the converse menu. I've got the dialogue set up so we can talk to mother now. And you can see this is the new UI that I've got set up. Lots of little components that are stacked on top of each other. Maybe it's not the final version, but it's pretty good. I'm not going to mess with it too much at this point. There's a lot of data under the hood. We have states that can be shown from here, here, and here. There's 3 states. If, like, for some reason you charm them, it'll show that they're charmed right here. Shows the relation status. This is our mother, so it's going to say relation to you, mother. Most of the time, it'll be a question mark. I've set up the database in the SQLite database to have tables to store a bunch of NPC data and dialogue and stuff. So we've got the data set up. So when you create a character, it adds your mother and your father, and their name will be what you typed in, and their profession, their job, you can see right here. It will be what you selected as mom and dad's profession, so that's set up. I don't have all of the icons for every profession yet, so I'm still working on that. I'm working on how I'm going to handle time. I started a new game design document to talk about that. You can check in the Discord if you're interested in more about how I'm going to be doing that. But you can select options to end the conversation. It just ends it without anything. Of course, you can still click on these buttons if you want. Let's say that we've come to check up on her, and it runs 1 second. And it does like a little timer to illustrate that it's happening. But this is also to stop the lag from going crazy in case for some reason you're allowed to spam it or auto click it. It just lags like crazy. So I wanted to do like a little 1 second. I could even reduce it to like half a second buffer. That way you can't do these things super fast because it is accessing a database at time. You can see it spend, we got an update on the log. We've spent 15 minutes. It did progress the time. It can do whatever else I want it to do in the dialogue and the scene. So it's really cool, and it's I'm updating the elements as you go along. She says, "That's sweet of you to check up on me. I hope everything's okay." We'll say, "Okay, that's it." And the conversation, let's go ahead and converse with father. We've got him in here, and it shows the title, the job, their age. Now, I have set their ages to start at 38 and 39, but I haven't put that into like render yet because I don't know how I'm going to handle it on all of the NPCs. But it'll be fine because I don't think you should just know the age of every NPC. So like they will have ages stored in the database, but I don't know if you're going to just know their age until you find it out. So it's going to be some question marks until you get more information. The reputation bar, this is all working. This value is going to match this value. Of course, your parents are going to love you. They're going to be at maxed out reputation. I'm thinking about changing this so that you have negative reputation as well. Right now, it only represents 0 to 100. Maybe I'll do a second bar so that it'll be like, it'll fill up again with red. So like the more negative they don't like you, it's a red bar that fills up. I'm still working on an idea, but it wouldn't be too hard to do that. I would just duplicate this node here and maybe just have the progress bar part of it show up as the high number would be 0 and the low number would be negative 100. I think it would work just the same. But anyway, we can say we're checking up on father now. And time passes, it progresses the age of the character, and you get some dialogue from dad. I think I'll do something that will help extend the lifetime of mom and dad, because they will also age and die like the other characters in the game. So if you want them to live longer, if you check up on them more, some system that lets it like they'll live a little bit longer if you check up on them more. I don't really know exactly how I'm going to do it, but I'll figure it out, right? So that's another thing. Then we've got finally we've set up the screen transition. Let's get a quick rest in, fill up our bars, and we're going to go ahead and go outside. And so now we have another scene started where you can go outside of your house. This was placeholder, but I don't know. I might end up keeping this one. I think the roof's a little weird here, and I'm using AI to generate a lot of these images, so like I may just be changing a ton of it over time. And I found a nice little trick. If you generate an image that's a higher resolution than the background, then you can kind of stretch it or move it or zoom in, and you can kind of eliminate some of the weirdness. But you're obviously going to have to generate a lot of images to figure out, to get a usable image for it. But anyway, this is what I'm using now for placeholders. Some weirdness here, some weirdness here. I'll probably change it later on, but for now this is good. And all you can do from out here is just head back inside. But that's where we're at now. We've got the skill log, we've got time, we've got the dialogue thing. It's all the data is being stored. The options, I've set up the Z layers properly. So if, say, we have the skills open and we open the options, they now open on top. Before they didn't, but now they do. So the options will show up on top of everything. If we have the converse with mother or father, the options will be on top. Let's start a conversation with father. The options are still on top, and we can always just go back, or we can just exit to the title as well and quit the game. So that's basically it. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more devlogs. Probably do like one a week. Bye, guys.